Hey YouTube, I am back and I'm going to give you guys a meal prep segment of what I do and how I prepare my food because some people have requested this. I have no makeup on right now, my hair is not really done, and I'm in my somewhat workout clothes. I'm currently waist training right now also. I just actually got this waist trainer from the Wish app and it is pretty good quality. So I'll be posting a separate review of this waist trainer. I also got my Gel V in the mail and my V gloves, so I will also be posting a separate video about that too. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and excuse how I look right now. So let's get started. Okay, so I already pre-cut the green bell peppers. I'm going to put those aside. And then I'm going to take a red bell pepper and I'm going to cut it the same way. This is a disclaimer. I'm not a chef. I'm not a professional. This is just how I prepare my foods. Like I said, some people have requested a video like this. So just bear with me and please save all the harsh or negative comments. So you're going to want to take off, of course, the top part of it. I guess you would call it the stem, and then you're going to take out the inside of it because you don't want all that gross stuff in there. And I'm going to cut them long ways and then cut them in the middle, like in half. That way they're not like super long. And I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love bell peppers. I think with any meal, they just give such a great flavorful taste. I don't know, I just love it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put those aside, and then I'm going to be taking my salmon and I'm going to be seasoning it. And honestly, salmon is so good, guys. Like, if you've never tried it but you do like seafood, I highly suggest this because honestly, well, to me, it doesn't even have anywhere near a fishy taste. It literally tastes like meat, not like fish, if that makes sense. So I just sprinkled it with garlic salt. I'm going in with some lemon pepper. Any brand of these spices is okay. Next, I'm taking Zatarain's Creole seasoning. I love spicy food, so I'm going to be putting that on there, and I'm going to be kind of beating it into the meat just so it sticks on there really well. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. I honestly, I don't know if people take off the skin on the other side. I never have. It doesn't bother me when I eat it. It doesn't have a scaly taste or anything like that. It actually fries up well when you cook it. So that's just my personal opinion. So I just pretty much, you know, leave it on there. And I'm going to also be patting it on this side. Patting it again. Then I'm going to wash my hands. And next I'm going to be taking some coconut oil. I use that when I fry all my foods, pan fry them. And I'm going to be filling it up just enough to where I know the bell peppers and the salmon will cook. I don't really need it to be like saturated. I'm going to put it on my stove on medium heat. First, I'm going to put the salmon on the the frying pan, I guess you can say. And then I'll be putting my bell peppers all around it. It's going to look really pretty. Well, to me, I just like the colors. I just love bell peppers. No, I'm actually cooking my lunch. I'm meal prepping. Say hi. So then my son, that's him. He wants to say hi. My son, everybody. Okay. I don't know why he looked like that, but so I'm gonna go ahead and just start cooking it on medium heat. I'm gonna kind of move it around. You do have to flip your salmon. I flipped mine every minute to 2 minutes, and the total cook time on this is going to be 15 minutes. It doesn't take long for salmon to cook, and you know it's done because it is still going to be a pinkish white color when it's cooked. However, it's not going to look like raw, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and start cooking that, and then I'm going to cover it so that I'm also going to put garlic salt all over that so the bell peppers are seasoned, and then I'm going to be covering it so that the steam kind of like speeds up the cooking process on this. And if you want, you guys can actually skip through this part a little bit because my video editor doesn't have like a speed, like a fast forward option. So right now it's kind of just, you're kind of just going to be watching it cook. And this is a really like really healthy alternative to regular tacos. And you don't necessarily have to use salmon. You can use ground turkey. Ground turkey is really good. Or you can even just use hamburger meat or chicken. There's so many different ways that you can put this recipe, like seriously. And I am so ghetto. The handle to my top broke off a few months ago, so I have to use a knife to open it. So excuse that ratchetness. That's how it looks. So like I said, just make sure you're mixing it around so that the bell peppers don't stick to the bottom and start like getting burned or anything like that. Just, you know, if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you know how to cook, so I don't think I should have to explain every little detail. And you do actually have to be careful because as the salmon cooks, it gets really tender. So as you flip it, you have to be careful or it will kind of like break apart. So just be careful on that end. I'll also be making more videos like this in the future if this one goes successfully. I mean, I really love cooking. I enjoy it a lot. So while that is finishing up, I'm gonna go ahead and get my avocado and go ahead and cut that in half. I'm only needing half an avocado for this video simply because avocados do have a lot of fats in them. However, it is good fats. It's fats that, believe it or not, actually help you trim your belly fat and help aid in your weight loss. I honestly eat like half an avocado every day, and it's usually with my lunch. So I'm going to take a spoon and scoop it out because I found it's super easier that way. And I know the spices that I've been using aren't the healthiest. However, I cannot cut back on my spices, personally. I just can't. I love salt. I never overdo it on the salt. But, I mean, if I'm going to be eating healthy, I need it to at least taste good too. So I'm going to go ahead and take some salt and sprinkle it over the avocado to give it flavor. Because I do love avocados, although I can't eat them plain because it's, I mean, me personally, I just think it's too bland. And I'm going to take a little piece and eat it because I'm a boss like that. So next I'm going to go ahead and check on the salmon and bell peppers just to see what kind of progress is going along with that. And it smells unbelievably good in my house right now as I'm cooking this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like as I'm poking it and stuff, you can see the meat kind of like coming off of it slowly. Like, salmon is such a good alternative. It has a lot of protein in it, and it's just really good for you. Also, if you guys have ever cooked salmon yourself, comment down below how you like to eat your salmon, or if you have any videos on meal prepping and what you do. I would love to see them. I love to get new ideas. So, like I said again, you could kind of fast forward through this part and jump maybe a minute or so into this, because right now it's just going to be watching the food cook. Like, you can totally see the steam coming out of that. So while that's going ahead and pretty much almost done, I'm going to go ahead and take my romaine lettuce hearts, and I'm actually, any brand is good. You don't have to get like the brand that I'm using or a specific brand. Any brand is good. Of course, organic is best. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use 2 of the lettuce leaves, just so that my base, well, I'm just gonna call it a taco shell, that way that my taco shell is more sturdy and it's not gonna like seep through too bad or like fall apart. It's just stronger that way. And then next, I am gonna go ahead and cut up my avocado, and I'm gonna lay it along the base of my lettuce. And by the way, I don't know if you guys, well, obviously you can see my waist trainer that I'm wearing. I got that for a total of $18 off of Wish. 18 compared to the usual anywhere from $60 to $75 worth. I mean, it was a real steal. And I absolutely love avocado. It's so good. Like, I'm literally eating it as I'm making this video. Okay, so the salmon that I made is a really big piece of salmon. I know you guys saw that. I'm not going to put that whole thing, obviously, in my taco shell, because that piece of salmon right there will literally last me 3 to 4 days. Almost the whole week. So I'm just going to cut off a little piece, and then I'm going to cut them again into little pieces, and I'm going to put that along the center of my taco. I mean, that looks so meaty, literally. Next, I'm going to be getting some bell peppers, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. And you don't need that much either. And then after that, I'm going to be taking the homemade salsa that I literally just made like 30 minutes before this video. I love eating fresh salsa. I'm going to literally like pack that on my taco because, as I said before, I love spicy food. And next, I'm going to be taking my Daisy sour cream. I'm not using light because I feel like that is like way too, I don't know how to explain. Like, I just don't like the taste of the light. So I'm going to be using like total a tablespoon to maybe a tablespoon and a half at the most of my sour cream. And I'm going to be placing that along only one side. I mean, of course, y'all can switch it up if you want, but that's what I'm doing right now. And there you have it. It's done. Ah! And there you guys have it. That is how I make my Well, that's what's going to be my lunch for this week. It's probably not going to be a salmon taco every day. I'm going to save the rest of the salmon that I cooked along with the bell peppers, and I'll probably mix it up throughout the week with different things, because eating the same thing every single day can get kind of discouraging, or it can get kind of like just basic. But that's what I'm going to eat today. I also made that with fresh salsa. I literally cooked that salsa like maybe 30 minutes ago, and I can also make a video on that if you guys would like to know how I make my salsa. Just comment down below the type of things you like to eat, and then what I usually would eat for like dinner would be, I actually don't eat anything. Like after I eat this lunch, it's 2 o'clock right now. I'm not gonna eat anything for the rest of the day. That's just me. I might snack maybe on like some baby carrots or maybe like some fruit, but I don't eat anything else. That, like I said, that's just me, because the hydroxycut that I'm taking, it really suppresses my appetite, so it doesn't really make me that hungry. But after I'm done working out, I usually drink half of one of these. They're really, really tasty. Or I'll make a protein shake after I work out, so in a way that is like my dinner. And then for breakfast, I usually eat like some fruit. I haven't opened this yet, but I love mangoes, so I'll eat mangoes with like a hard boiled egg white. I don't eat the middle of it because it's just more calories, and I'm trying to be low calorie, because usually when you're doing weight loss, you have to cut back on your calories. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm hungry. I'm going to go ahead and dig in. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you guys. Let me know if you tried this recipe and if you liked it. Bye.